Hello, friends. This is my first podcast for everyone who are preparing for civil service examination or for SSC, for CDS. So, I will continue this podcast and it will be related with current affairs. So, without any further ado, let's start. Uh, Now, this news is of 29/6/2015. So, let's start with the national news. It's about DMK. The first news about DMK, that is Dravid Munetru Kadagam. Actually, it welcomes Chennai Metro Rail launch. So DMK welcomed and claimed credit for the launch. It was inaugurated by Chennai's Chief Minister Jayalalitha. Now, one thing you should know is MK Stalin is DMK party treasurer, and this metro rail system is also known as MRTS. MRTS stands for Mass Rapid Transport System. Now, for this project, a total of rupees 14,600 600 crore was sanctioned on November 7, 2007. Now, the second news about Manipur ambush. NSCN regional chairman arrested by NIA. NIA stands for National Investigation Agency, and this ambush was done on June 4, 2015 by Abhi Anal alias Abhisan, who is the regional chairman of National Socialist Council of Nagaland. Now, in this ambush, 18 army personnel were killed, and this Ambition or Abhiyanal Abias Ambition was actually arrested in Chennai on 29/6/2015. Let's move to the next news, and the next news for the next day, that is 28/6/2015, which is Tuesday. So let's start with the international news. The first news about AIIB, which stands for Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, and this bank is expected to focus on infrastructure development in Asia. Now, it is unlikely to restrict lending on political considerations. So, the bank will be probably headquartered in Beijing, and it will have a initial authorized capital stock of $1,000 billion. And India is the second largest shareholder with a stake of 8.52% and voting share of 7.5%. And the first shareholder is, I think, the first largest shareholder is China. And let's come to the next news, that is about MERS, MERS, which stands for Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, which is actually a disease. So it can cause severe respiratory problems and sometimes it can be fatal. It was first discovered in 2012 in Saudi Arabia, and this disease actually spread in humans from camels, which are which are infected from bats. Now, it is very similar. This is very similar to SARS, which stands for Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, and both of these diseases are caused by coronavirus. Now, two antibodies, REGN 3051 and REGN 3048, showed the ability to neutralize this virus. Now, the third news about the largest gas pipeline uh, project, which is in between China and Russia. Now, the length of this pipeline is about 3,968 kilometers, and it's going to pump about 38 million cubic meters of natural gas from Russia to far east, from Russia to Shanghai, and it will be operational in the year 2018. Now, let's come to the national news. That's about weapon scam. So, it was actually a massive scam related to admission and recruitment, and This scam involved politicians, senior officials, and businessmen in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Now, this scam was exposed by an Indore-based medical professional, uh, and his name is Dr. Anand Rai. More than 300 ineligible candidates were actually managed to get in the merit list of PMT, which stands for pre-medical test. And the suspects in the scam are the members of MPPEB, which stands for Madhya Pradesh Professional Exam Board, and MCI, which stands for Medical Council of India. So that's all for today. Thank you.